Hi guys, welcome to our channel. This is Isaac with TWT Farm. So today I want to talk to you guys about how to develop your soil so that you can reduce your fertilizer buying. Before, when you started farming, you have to learn a whole lot of things, especially about the soil. Sometimes we think that we have to take care of our plants, but as time goes on, I'm beginning to realize that we need to take care of our soil. If you take care of the soil will take care of the plants. So here, this is what we have done so far. This is the manure that we put in our soil. And then over here, under this structure that we have, we've been doing this for close to about a month now or more. One thing that I realized that whenever you are dealing with manure, those kind of things, you need to take time for the manure to cure into the soil. Sometimes, even after you buy a manure that is already cured from companies, you will want to make sure that once you come and apply it to the place on your land, you still need time for the manure to get used to that land. It's just like you moving to a different location. You need time to get used to that location. Sometimes it takes a person a year to figure out some things in their area. The same thing with the soil and the manure. If they don't, and you bring your plants and plant them in, you will see that the plants will be there and the soil, like, it's not really doing anything because the microorganism has not figured themselves out, and your plant will be stunted, and you will be wondering, like, why is my plant not growing? It's because of those reasons. At least when you apply manure, you might want to wait for about a month for the manure to cure. So let's come over here. The manure that we apply, we have different types of it that we apply. We apply some with the wood chips, with chicken manure with wood chips in there. That's what we apply. And those chicken manure, they are high in potassium. Potassium usually leaches out of the soil very quick. But chicken manure, because it takes time to get all the nutrients in the soil, whenever you do that, it will slowly be releasing those potassium into the soil. And then as time goes on, especially at the flowering stage of your plant, you need a lot of potassium, so it helps a lot whenever you have those chicken manure. And the wood chips also, as time goes on, they will break down into the soil and be part of it. The other type of manure that we use, it was the chicken manure mixed with the rice husks. This thing over here is rice husks. So those kind of rice husks, chicken manure, also what it does is the rice husks, they're able to retain a lot of moisture in your soil. So that's the advantage of the rice husks chicken manure. And they don't bring termites onto your place, your farm. But the wood chip manure, one thing that I realize is sometimes they come with termites. Like as time goes on, the termites will want to come around and eat the wood chips. And then you have to be spraying for insecticide and those kind of things. So I was doing some research, and then we come across this particular plant over here. I think I showed you guys. If you guys want to go back with that, we were using some gloricidia plant for our fencing for us to serve as windbreaks. One thing that I realized is when these gloricidia plants, with a lot of research, they have a lot of nitrogen in them, and they also serve as an insect repellent and those kind of things. They have a very good smell. So they have a lot of micronutrient in it. It looks like most in those days, in the olden days, people were using them as their fertilizer because it contains almost all the NPK in the right proportion in them. And what we've done is we put them on our bed so that they too will decay and be part of the land. And then as time goes on, they will release all the nutrients into the soil. And then one thing that they also do is they will prevent the insect from coming, because they have some kind of nice smell, but the insect doesn't like it, and rodent also don't like the gloricidia, the plant smell. So we're going to put them just like this all over our beds. And we also we'll try our best, to push some down so that they will decay fast. And apparently this Glaucidia plant leaves, they decay very, very fast. These ones in particular over here, we put it for about 2 days now, and they already started to, getting really, really stuck. You come back again after, let's say, a week, they would have turned brown and already about to decay into the soil. Yeah, so this particular one alone, you can use this leaf alone to do your farm, especially if you are looking for growth. The nitrogen content in them is really, really high. You guys can look at that on Google and see, because fertilizer is getting so expensive. So if we have something like this, that can help to save fertilizer, buying on those kind of things, that is the best way to go. And then another thing with this Glaucidia plant is that you can also plant like the tree and then plant your things underneath them, and they serve as shade because they grow really, really fast. So all your plants that you plant under them, first of all, insects will not come to them and rodents will not come to them, because rodent they do not like this one too. Apparently it makes them infertile. So if you have a rodent infestation at your farm and anywhere, if you put some of these around and they come and maybe try to eat it, their population will reduce and they will die off. So because of that, the insects and those termites and the other rodents, they don't like to come to them. Sheep, because yeah, it's good for those the animals that eat grass. So I think those ones, they are called herbivores. Yeah, it's good for them. So if you can give this to your goats, they like it, and it makes them grow really, really fast. So if you have goat, sheep, cow, and you incorporate this into their feed, it will make them grow really, really fast. Apparently, if you do the research, a lot of people in East Africa, they are doing this Glaucidia plants, and people use them as liquid fertilizer to also spray their farm, and then they'll have a nice growth with free of diseases. Because recently, every time there's a farming season is about to begin, and you go and buy fertilizer, they have almost increased it about 20% every time. So these kind of things will help you develop your soil, and then you don't have to worry about fertilizer that much. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be bringing you guys more updates about this. We have already nursed our seed and we are getting ready. Maybe in about 2 weeks, we still want the soil to sit, and the manure to sink down in all of these, so that we will have a better growth. Farming is all about patience. If you don't have patience, don't enter into farming. And if you cannot take risks, don't enter into farming, because farming, one thing, what you see now can always change. It can change. So if you're trying to invest in farming, you have to be there by yourself and do it. Because sometimes if you say that, okay, somebody, watch it for me, but then all the blame goes to the person. But nothing, is certain in farming. Things change a lot. So thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe.